we're back.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I have a lot on the go and managing things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of what I wanted to talk today about is where a person goes in terms of how do you choose. There's only so many hours in the day, and as you're doing more business and just have more going on, there's some things that need to be let go and left behind because you can't do it all. But it's like that focusing on productive tasks versus just things that take time that maybe don't need to be done, but things that I was used to doing before. And it's creating some feelings of neglect, I would say, in certain areas of my life for sure, just because I've got more demands on my time, right?
Yeah.
So like, what do you think? Like, as a person grows, how do you like, do you just drop some things, leave things behind?
Well, I feel like if I was in your position, I feel like you're not gonna like my answer, but I would do a little bit less.
Well, I think that, well, yeah, and I agree. You can only fit so many things in, but I think maybe doing fewer things, but being focused on those things. But then what it means, but there's still stuff that needs to get done.
Yeah.
So you need to bring somebody else in.
Oh yeah, like you have to accept help for sure. You can't do everything. You can't be everything.
No.
Like at some point you do have to.
I think one of the biggest challenges that I have is I feel like if I recognize that somebody needs help, I will go and help them and offer help and try to move them along. And so that's where I have a hard time asking people for help because I feel like, well, I help people even if they don't ask.
Right.
But it's become very clear that most people aren't like that, or a lot of people aren't like that.
Some people need to be told that, oh, hey, I need help with this.
Yeah.
And can you please do this for me? I need some help. Because most of the time people are in their own world. They're not thinking.
They're not aware.
No, they're doing their own thing. They have their own tasks.
Yeah.
And things that they want to get done in a day, and then,
Yeah.
So it's learning to ask for help.
Yeah, well, and I just read that book, Buy Back Your Time, which is all very much around
asking for help, or
about putting people in place to do the things, and especially like I want to say low dollar activities, but lower dollar activities than what I'm doing, right? Like as far as being specialized in selling real estate, then I should be spending my time selling real estate. Like the book is like, well, why would you mow your grass, which is say a $20 an hour job, when you could be doing something 10 times that somewhere else? Like, wouldn't you be way better off having someone else? Or even he gave the example of obviously having like an administrative assistant to handle like email, phone calls, scheduling, all of that, which I agree with.
Because are you spending a lot of time every day answering emails and like?
Oh, it's like it's nonstop.
Really?
Like when I turn on or open my phone in the morning, there's like it's full, or like there's just emails, right? And then and not like they're not bad emails, just stuff that needs to get done, need to get back to people, right?
Are you stressed?
I'm tired. So when I'm tired, I'm more, I would say irritable is probably a good word. My patience and my attention to detail isn't quite as high.
Right.
So, because also finishing this last phase of 75 hard, phase 3, which is 30 days, and today's day 25. So I have 5 days after today. But adding all those extra tasks and the 2 workouts per day is just adding, it's just lengthening my day and the amount of things that I have to get done. Plus people are demanding my time. So yeah, it's been a challenge, but it is like, I don't know what items to let go of.
Right.
And
Maybe you need to make a list.
yeah, I don't like lists.
Why?
I don't know.
You just like to keep it all in your brain?
I mean, if I have stuff to do, I'll put it on the list, but
It's a good thing to figure out, okay, what is in my control and what do I absolutely need to do
yeah.
that nobody else can do?
Right.
What are things I can ask for help?
Yeah, that was very much in the book I just read. That was all very clear of how to do that.
Okay.
But until there's somebody there to start doing some of those items, but I did go and I created not a template, a description of this person that I'd be looking for to start taking over these tasks. I just never took the next step to.
Well, you've kind of been
somebody.
waiting to be pushed to your limit, and I feel like you're there.
I'm pretty much at I said I would find my breaking point, and
Did you say in June you thought you would start needing an assistant?
At the latest was kind of by June 1st, so
okay.
We're like a month and a half ahead of that. But it's
sounding like you are needing an assistant, especially if you're not satisfied with the detail of your work.
And financially, I think at this point, it's starting to cost me money by not having that person.
Right.
Like the benefit of having somebody would allow me to actually go to the next level on being able to serve more people, and on that side. But yeah, but all of that aside and part of the 75 Hard program and the Live Hard year and mental toughness is that doing hard things or living in a situation of being overwhelmed that's where the growth is. So not going through this would lead to complacency, comfort, and just doing what I always had done, right? So I do recognize and accept that I feel like this is part of the process to getting to the next level. And the stress or the discomfort, the extra demands on time, letting some things go and learning what to focus on, because if I wasn't in this position of, we'll just call it overwhelm, to a certain degree, or adding more tasks to my day, then I would just be at the level that I was at before.
Right.
Right? So part of me in my mind is saying, well, this is like the means to the end, right? And if this becomes the new normal, then I get comfortable with this, and maybe it's not. Like maybe 2 weeks from now, what I'm feeling stressed about now is just like regular day-to-day activity, right? So I sometimes, and that comes in the back of my mind, because I think a lot of people to a degree will be hiring staff or delegating things to others before they've maximized their own personal productivity. So that was really what I was looking for, was I wanted to max out what I can do on my own first, and then stay at that level, and then add somebody else so that I can keep growing higher and move stuff to them. But yeah, I do feel like I'm close to that.
You gotta take time for you too.
Yeah, but so yes and no. But like how?
Yes and no.
Well,
you can't run on an empty tank.
No, there needs to be a reward at the end, but I find a lot of what I'm doing or have been doing is rewarding and fulfilling, but there's also, I guess, there's just other things that come into play when, like a deal goes sideways, and where there's extra demands that I'm not expecting, right? Or, somebody needs help with something and it's not in my calendar, and that takes time away from what I thought I was going to do, and then right? So, but yeah, I think so. In growth, there's a certain amount of discomfort that's obviously going to be involved.
I feel like you've maxed out the discomfort though. And I feel like you need to just take some time to chill for a
This
second.
is like prime time of like business, like it's spring market.
Yeah, absolutely. But like you can like take a little bit of time for yourself. Like
Well, I
just
feel like
a little bit.
I am through
Okay, what
the
do you do for
program.
yourself?
Like going like the workouts that I do.
You
and that.
100% enjoy doing that. You're like, this is me time. This is for me. I'm feeling so excited that I get to go do this.
Well, I feel like I'm bettering myself, so I would rather do that than like sit on the couch and watch TV.
No, I'm not saying sit on the couch. Like, is there like things you could, what do you enjoy doing?
I mean, I've just gone golfing a couple times and like get out with friends. Yeah, no, I agree. There could be more, but then where's the balance between just going out and having a good time and like letting your foot off the gas in terms of growth? Because I have some goals that I've set.
Absolutely.
that I like not optional, like achieving these goals. And so, yeah, there's some breaking points, and to have one, or to have something on this side is going to have to give up something on another side.
And I think you're going to like be navigating through this in the next few weeks when you're finished your 75 hard.
Yeah.
And you're like, what do I continue to do and what am I going to let go of?
Yeah.
If you still have goals that you're trying to reach, like that'll be interesting for you to figure out.
Yeah.
What are you going to continue to keep?
Yeah. Well, I will free up time. For sure. Just I won't be continuing with 2 workouts a day to the
Just your
degree
gym
that I
in the
am.
morning, probably?
Well, the other thing is making my second workout a run every day. That's been a little bit exhausting.
That's like a crazy thing you did to yourself.
Yeah, that's adding because if I hadn't done that, I could just be going for a walk on certain days. I could be running some days.
Why don't you do that for the next 5 days?
Oh, it's only 5 more days. Why would I quit?
It's not quitting. You're still doing an outdoor workout. It's just taking a second to like chill.
Yeah, but I've gone this far.
Okay.
It's 5 more days.
Okay, you can do it.
Well,
I'm saying.
no, I understand what you're saying, but and those are the things that go on in my mind too. It's like, well, why does it matter? Well, it matters because that's what I said I was going to do, right?
Yeah.
And that's all there is to that.
Well, if you still want to do that, then do it.
Well, yeah, I'm not. It's not optional. But I'm not. I mean, if I did that, then I wouldn't complete the Live Hard year. And like,
really?
Because really, I'm on day 360 of the year.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on day 25 of the last phase.
Yeah. Okay. Don't listen to me. All right. Yeah.
No, but
you can do it.
That's
5 more days.
That's my logic behind.
That's fair.
And right or wrong, I'm going to finish what I started, and it may be like not casualties along the way, but there's trade-offs for sure.
So you'll be done on
Monday is my last day.
Monday?
Yeah. So I finish Monday night. It's 5 days.
So you're a free man on Tuesday.
Well, yeah. Well, I no longer have to check the checklist.
Okay.
Yeah, just Tuesday, like less than a week.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Very close.
Well, no, I can do that. It is eye-opening though to know that making these other commitments and seriously, like the mental toughness side of it, of dealing with that, of like keeping the commitments that you make to yourself, right? Now, granted, there's probably other things that I'm letting go of, and there's other things that are suffering. But as far as the program goes, like it's challenging. It's not easy. There's no question. And the physical side of it, the working out is just one thing, but the time management is way more difficult.
I can't wrap my head around how much you do in one day.
Yeah, you just do
it.
it.
Actually can't comprehend how much you do in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It starts at 5 a.m.
I know.
Yeah.
Cold showers and your loud music.
Those cold showers. Oh, I forgot about the cold showers. That's brutal.
Yeah, I know. I hear your music in the morning. I'm like,
getting desensitized to the cold. But the water's really cold.
Yeah, I bet.
It's literally
freezing.
If you just run the tap and just hold your hand under it for 30 seconds, your hand is going numb.
Do you feel numb when you get out?
Yes, I'm cold for a half an hour.
Really?
Not internally, but my skin is cold.
You're cold.
It's
Oh my gosh. You should have a little heated blanket to put on that.
No, it actually feels good after.
Yeah.
I don't turn, some people they'll do their 5-minute cold shower and then they turn the hot water back on.
Oh, right. You don't do that.
I just shut it off on cold and get out. Well, why would I prolong it? It's going to waste time.
I guess. But maybe some people don't want to have cold skin for an hour.
Yeah. If it was like, if you were shivering, then, but I don't shiver. I'm fine when I get out. But yeah, that is something else.
That's, yeah.
And because you can just step out of the, like the shower is cold.
Yeah, you have to stand in the cold water. Like your
You
body naturally.
have to force yourself and like to turn around, like, and yeah, it's like, but the getting.
Do you like dance?
No, I don't dance. No.
Why not? Like.
I don't know. When do I
That'll
dance?
help you.
Why would I dance?
I don't know.
No, I just like, it's like I just grit and bear it. Like it's.
Do you swear?
Sometimes.
I would be.
It's like it takes your breath away.
Yeah, I bet.
It's not as bad. The first week was the hardest, but I am getting a little bit desensitized to the cold.
Yeah.
But it's hard to.
Do you feel like cold plunging is easier or harder?
So I haven't done cold plunging, but what I've heard is when cold plunging, once you're in, you're just in. Like you're in. You've already made the decision. You just sit there and wait. Right.
Yeah.
Versus the shower is different because you can step out of the way.
Yeah.
And not have cold water on you. So
yeah, that's true. It's harder.
The mental side of it to just stand in there.
I can't even, like, that's actually crazy because I think about when I've like been showering and it turns cold for a minute from like the washing machine and I literally jump. Like it's awful. Yeah. So I can't imagine willingly standing in there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
I find that tough. And
is that the hardest part for you?
Well, I think mentally, yeah. Like, and even just like because you have a normal shower and then the last 5 minutes is freezing cold. So it's the thinking, the kind of the countdown to.
Why don't you do it at the beginning of your shower? Smart.
No.
Why not? Because then you finish your shower and you'll be warm.
No, no.
Why?
Start it. No. That's too. No. I don't know.
Why
In
not?
my mind, that's
cold
way harder.
And then be warm and finish your shower.
No.
Okay.
I don't know. In my mind, that's backwards.
Okay. Well, all right. Fair enough.
I don't know.
You've done it one way the
This
entire
is what
time.
I'm
You may as well
doing.
finish it the same way. Fair enough.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, just extra tasks. But I think that I'm on my track with my production at work and that. But I mean, we've got new agents that I'm helping train. So it's just, there's a lot of things that are compounding all at the same time and pulling at my, plus it's nice, like it's spring, it's nice out. Like there's things like going to the lake, like there's just more.
Yeah.
Doing
things ramping
here, there. Yeah. So, but I really, I heard, so I was listening to a podcast last night and they were talking about when you're in an organization, you have a group or you're a leader, the idea behind, well, the question was, do we work with the people at the bottom to improve their skills so that they're better, or do we focus on making the best better and spending time like pulling up the bottom or sort of extra on the top? So,
okay.
And the consensus was the bottom people, that don't waste your time and energy on them because they have to come up to your level if you go to their level. Now you can provide some encouragement and support, but in terms of then these are business guys running big companies and they were talking about it and they said that they felt like their return on their time and energy was much better spent with their top
people who are already at their level
and making them a little bit better than trying to drag along the people at the bottom.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like they would rather get somebody that was operating at say 90% efficiency and get them to like 92 than get somebody from 30 to 50.
Right. Yes.
Right? So I think it's really important, and this is one thing, like even if I'm looking to hire somebody as an executive assistant, administrative assistant, that they can operate at a higher level. They need to be able to handle stress. That's a big thing. Not everybody can work in the environment.
I feel like you should do like a trial week. See if they can get through a week without crying, and then...
Yeah, if they could get through a day without crying.
Yeah, then you're hired. I'm serious.
It's funny, part of the requirements that was to do a personality profile and only select candidates that score very high on being able to handle stress.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because some people they just deal, it doesn't get them down. Like it's just they just deal with it, and
for the most part.
And it's next. I mean, sometimes it gets to be too
much. Like you're not very sensitive. You're not sensitive, period. No. So.
No, I'm very logical.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, there's positives of that and there's very negatives of that.
Yeah.
But
serves you well in your job though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Low
Jack
emotion.
and I were just talking about that last night.
Low emotion for the most part, but it's hard because I don't want to bother other people with my challenges.
You need to ask for help.
Yeah, well, yes. So
we can't read your mind.
Well, see, I'm like, how can people not tell when I'm like...
We cannot tell anything that's going on in your brain.
I can tell when people are stressed about stuff.
Yeah, because other people are more, you can see it on their face.
Yeah, I can
you
just look at them.
literally have a poker face. Nobody can tell what's going on in your head.
Well, clearly,
ever.
anyways, yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, we see you're like a little bit like irritable, and then we're kind of like, okay, maybe he's stressed. But we don't see any of the lead up to that. Like almost ever.
Well, the amount of things that I deal with on a daily basis, some of them positive, some of them negative, like why would I burden somebody else with talking about that?
Like you're just chit-chatting.
Yeah, it feels like complaining to me.
It's just chit-chat. You need to do that
like
to like move
whining.
through things. No. That's how humans are. You got to talk through things.
Well, not all humans are like that.
Well, you're not, but then you want us to be able to, like, you want people to be able to help you, but we don't actually know what's going on.
Okay.
So we need you to just chat with us. Be like, I had a shitty day today, and that's okay. And I need help.
Well, it's usually not a shitty day. It's just...
Or I had a great day.
There was a lot of stuff.
And it was very productive, and I'm very busy.
I've pretty much just had... Every day is just a day.
Okay, well then great. Come home and say
sometimes
that.
I don't get done what I hoped to get done, and that creates stress.
You should share that with us. Here's the things that I didn't get done today.
Oh God, I wouldn't want to read. Then I have to bring it all up. I'm like, that was...
Yeah, but if it's causing you stress, we want to help you.
Yeah.
So you should be like, these are the things that I'm not getting done.
Many things.
Yeah, but tell us. Communication.
Okay.
Say, this is what's not getting done right now.
See, if I had an assistant, would be like knowing, and they could tell you guys.
Yeah, but right now we don't have that, and so we're in the process of adding that person. Yeah. But until then, until you have your assistant, you should be talking to the people in your life, being like, listen, this is what I've got going on. This is what's not getting done. Maybe you guys could take on a few things.
Yeah.
Just ask. You have to ask. Sure. People can say, no, I'm not helping you with that. Yeah. But you can at least ask, because some people might be like, yes, I'd love to take that on for you. I will help you.
Okay.
You just have to...
I'll think about that.
Say it. Yes. Yeah. And then it'll be okay. But you're almost there. You have 5 days left, and then it's just...
Well,
upwards.
Yes, and it's leveraging. So the same thing, and this will be my Wednesday wisdom for this week.
You need to do 2, so you better be pumping them out.
Okay, so the first Wednesday wisdom, my Wednesday wisdom for this week. So for myself, Wednesday wisdom, I've found much better success in focusing on my strengths and making those stronger than focusing on my weaknesses and trying to make those better.
Great.
So doing what I'm good at pays way bigger dividends than trying to get better at what I'm not as good at.
Right.
So my Wednesday wisdom is leverage your strengths and get somebody else to do your weaknesses. Okay.
Preach.
My other Wednesday wisdom, my thoughts on this, and this just based on what I'm dealing with right now, is this is what I feel. This is what I'm telling myself anyways.
Great, let's hear it.
Is that in the process of growing and doing more and achieving a higher level of success or helping more people, making more money, just doing more, that there's going to be stress and there's going to be struggle and there's going to be demands, and things are going to have to get, some things are going to have to be given up in order to make room for that growth. And so that's the part of getting where it gets hard. And the mental side of it is your mind, like my mind is saying, like, why are you getting up so early? Why are you doing these things? You don't, who exercises? Who's going for 2 workouts a day?
Yeah.
Like, and why are they, you don't need to run, like you could just walk, like just walk, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like shutting down, and that, we'll call that the bitch voice, and focusing on...
I'm the bitch voice then, I guess, because I'm always the one telling you, maybe you should just walk. Maybe you should just take a day.
Well, our waiter, did you hear our waiter the other day? When I was like, you need to stop listening to the bitch voice. And he's like, yeah, my bitch voice tells me that I should be eating healthy and exercising. He's like, my boss voice tells me to like chill and eat the delicious foods. And I was like, oh, I never thought of it that way. So his was flipped.
That's so funny.
His boss and my boss are the opposite. But
that's funny.
Yeah, so Wednesday wisdom is it's okay to have some struggle along the way on the path to greatness.
Love it.
Accept it.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. I don't know about that, but anyways.
Guess we'll find out.
Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks again. Good chat.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's it. Thanks for watching.